Liverpool versus everybody. Just coming back with a little more chat, man, because I just need to say a few things. And again, we know. Look, it's two back-to-back draws. That's never good. Um, say never good. I mean, it's not good right now. We're trying to separate ourselves from the rest of the pack. Um, the next quote unquote best team in terms of points is Man United, obviously our arch rival, next to Everton. And as disappointed as I am with both results, this one being the most recent one, look, I'm gonna just say this, and I don't want to put down any other channel, particularly a channel who has the presence of um, brothers, aka black folks, for people who don't get what I mean by brothers. Um, because as a black man, I really appreciate that. I really love seeing um, other brothers talking about football, and particularly channels who get a lot of traction. They have thousands of subscribers, things of that nature. Copish, fine channel, cool. One of the few that I check out in and around news about the team after wins, after losses. And look, I know we all are. This is why I respect folks who take a day or two to do recaps on games, because we're all human. We react certain ways based on how we feel. But the brother Drifty literally said City are winning the league. Now, if that's really what he believes, I'd like to go back to videos to see what he thought in the beginning of the season. But we know Drifty. We know him, and that's why he's loved, because he's that kind of figure. But he said that with his chest, and I'm like, look, if that's how you think, if that's what you believe, cool. But damn, really? After two draws, that's what we've come to. And I say we because he's definitely not alone, and that's not an assumption. I've seen comments even before this game of saying we're not going to win the league, and this is why we won't do it, and bringing up the stats about we dropped more points at this point this season than we did all last season. All of those things are cool and cute or whatever, and they are stats, and they're there to be brought up for situations like this. Liverpool are still winning this league in my mind, and two draws and two bad performances more than anything, because that's what really is the point. Because we can draw, it's football. You can win, lose, or draw, and there's no given outcome for you. You got to fight for it. But it's the performances, I think, that are so disappointing, particularly in this one when you get the chances and you just don't finish it. But I don't want to go off subject too much. It's just amazing that some of our supporters really think it's over. I mean, guys are literally talking like, let's just get ready for next season. I mean, people are saying things like, "This is a team full of." It was there was a. I want to get the comment as close as I can. Somebody said this is a team full of bottle jobs, and they couldn't even lace the boots of Tiago. Look, Tiago came on, and he's look. I think we all can see that was probably the highlight of the game, to see this, just the vision, the crispness of the passes. And you got to think, if you got a guy like that fully fit all season, the Premier League ain't ready for that. Now, he did give away a ball towards the end of the game that was disappointing. No one's going to talk about that because it was just that one pass. But you got to put everything into the conversation. But to say that this team is bottle jobs, this is the same team that we have all been waxing lyrical about and saying, I mean, conquered all of Europe, never going to stop. We are Liverpool. You'll never walk alone. I don't. I mean, and again, like I've said before, I hate to sound like a broken record, but we've just been spoiled, man. This is what happens with teams who get glory. You get supporters who just like, it's almost like that child or even like that partner that you always say yes to. The moment you say no, you're their arch enemy. It's like the moment you don't get a couple of results, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, see, I know you couldn't do it. Like, wait, it's a lot of football to be played. It's a lot to see. And for me, the frustrating part is, yes, the injury. It's almost even today. Robertson went down. I thought right away that's an injury. Is Simicast on the bench? Williams on the bench. Like who? There was a tackle that Thiago took, and I was thinking, oh God. I mean, we just can't catch a break with that. But still, and yet, we control our own destiny. We're still at the top of the table. You can call it, say, barely, whatever. But do we really think that this Liverpool team are going to allow City, who are not even in the top four right now, but I know it's still early. Do we really think we're going to allow that team to just skate up and pass us? Do we really think United are a team that, with all their kind of free-flowing football or whatever they do to get their results, are going to... So, I mean, and then other than that, don't give me Leicester, please. I mean, for me, of all the teams, I think Everton could put a run together. But I'm also not saying they're going to surpass us. So, that's just my opinion. I'm saying Everton. Other than that, don't mention Chelsea. United are finding ways to get wins somehow. They've scooted up the table. Fair play to them. But Chelsea, no. Leicester, no. City could make up some ground, but even with them, from what the games I've seen, there's nothing in them that show me that I should be worried about them. There's nothing. There's nothing. And when they face a team that's actually about something, you see they struggle a bit. So, I mean, I just don't get where all this is coming from. I just, for two draws to be this doom and gloom is just, it's very, I shouldn't say shocking because these are human beings we're talking about, and we're very flip flop as a human race when it comes to all things, but particularly sports. So, but it's almost laughable. You know what I mean? That people are taking it this way, and that is that serious that you just throw the towel in. So I was listening to Cops and I had to stop it. I'm gonna get back to listen to it because at this point it's comedy, but and the look on I forget the other brother's name, not Callum, but the other guy, man like Matt. The look on his face when Drifty said City are winning this league. Look, I don't know who's going to win the league. I don't have a crystal ball. But I'm definitely, my confidence in Liverpool, from the beginning of the season of Liverpool repeating, has not changed at all. And it won't change until we mathematically can't do it, if that's even if that's something that happens. Of course, it's a possibility. But look, I'm not a bigger supporter than Drifty or anyone else who feels that way. But what I'm saying is, I'm sticking with this team to the end. No matter what, I'm not wavering because they haven't given me a reason to waver. It's a really sore patch right now, and it's frustrating because, again, with those chances, as the saying goes, on another day we finish them. I don't know why we didn't finish them on this day, and that's what's frustrating. But people getting on Curtis Jones, and look, to me, the thing I'm mad about today is the missed chances and the substitutions. Maybe the starting 11. And I wasn't trying to ride Milner, but there's nothing about Milner in a game like this, as the game is going on, that gives you any kind of confidence. I don't know why the hell he was playing that game that long. It made no sense to me. I don't know why Klopp is holding the trigger on bringing on these subs to change these games, and I just don't. That's what frustrates me more than anything else. So after these two games, I just hope that's something we can look forward to because it's not going to get any easier now. There's this idea that there's a blueprint now to beat Liverpool. I don't know. We'll have to see. But, again, it came down to those chances. And to me, the personnel, the substitutions. Should have come on quicker. Should have been different changes. I love Genie. Hope he signs the contract, all that. But bringing on Genie, leaving Milner and Henderson. Henderson I thought was decent today. He wasn't awful, but he was decent. I mean, a game against Newcastle, that means a lot to him, being a Sunderland boy. But some of y'all Liverpool fans are hilarious, man. The throwing in the towel. I mean, this early, bro. You would think we were in Arsenal's place. Then okay, it's like, oh, okay, this might not be our year to repeat. Hopefully we can get some in the Champions League, but we probably wouldn't be thinking that if we were in that situation. But we're top of the table. I don't know, man. And the coronavirus has made the season really crazy. But anyway, that's just my extra thoughts on the game. Liverpool fans, man, y'all are something else.